Okay, so people who have just tuned in, so this is the Q&A session that we host on every Friday. That is from 4:30 to 5 o'clock. So any queries that you have in order to understand how SpeedBot works, or if you have some sort of suggestions, so this is a forum that we host on every Friday. So the people who have just tuned in, you can just type it in the questions that you have in the chat box. So we'll be happy to answer them. We have received quite a good amount of questions that we'll be answering in today's session. So for those who have missed out questioning, so you can just type it in the chat box. Okay, so I think we are good to go. So let's kick off today's Q&A session. Before that, firstly, let us understand what are features that SpeedBot has recently launched in order to get a help in your algo trading journey, how you can use such features in your algo trading journey. We'll be understanding that first, and after that we can start off taking the questions. So firstly, this week we have recently launched one of the features in our option bot builder. That is, once you go to the option bot builder, so over here you'll be able to see the futures leg. So this is the beta version that we have launched. So previously we got a lot of queries from our existing customers that apart from the option algos, we would like to create the algos in the futures segment as well. So over here now, for these symbols, you'll be able to create algos in the futures segment as well. How you can do that? Let us understand that first. So over here, I've selected the Nifty symbol, and you can see the button as future leg. So let us say if I want to create an algo for Nifty futures segment, so I'll be able to do it by clicking on the futures leg. So currently, mind you, this is in the beta version as it has been recently launched. So once I'm able to see the direction, that is either I can go long or I can short the Nifty futures leg with whatever lots I can define, maybe 5 lots. Over here, if I want to have the momentum, then I can have the momentum as well. Apart from that, I would like to keep the target or the stop loss, then I'll be able to do that as well. So over here, if I wish to place the target, I'll be able to place the target, and likewise for the stop loss as well. So what kind of futures algo can you create on SpeedBot? Let us understand that first. So this is basically a time-based algo in future segment. Let us say if I wish to add some conditions based on some technical trading indicators, in that case, I can have the indicators added as well. So over here, whatever conditions that I would like to add based on the indicators I would like to use, based on that, I can add the indicators, and based on that, whenever the condition satisfies, so I'll be buying the Nifty futures leg. So that's how easy it is to create your future based algos. So this is a feature that recently we have launched. So another set of feature that we have currently launched is that, let us say if you are creating an options algo. So let me just go back, remove this, and over here, let me just add an option leg. So let us say that if you are adding an option leg, so that is over here, the ATM call option I'm buying for current week option contract, right? Now, on what basis can I select the ATM? Do I want to select the ATM on the basis of the spot price in the market, or do I need to select the ATM price, the ATM strike price based on the futures price that is currently being traded? So over here, as you can see, there's a toggle that use spot as ATM. That means it will by default consider the spot price whenever I'm selecting the ATM value, and if I enable this toggle, it will consider the futures price for selecting the value of the ATM strike price. So this is also another feature that we have launched. So some of the users who believe that the contract selection needs to be done on the basis of the futures segment. So this is something that can be handy for you guys. So these are the two set of features that we have currently launched on SpeedBot. So let us start off with today's set of questions. Okay, so let us start off today's set of questions. That in your backtest report, it is showing 1 minute interval, but I want it to be for 5 minutes. Is it possible? So this question is from Naresh. So Naresh, to answer your question, firstly, let me just open a sample backtest report for your reference. Let me just open any one of the bots. Okay, so over here, as you can see, this is a particular bot that we have enabled. So all the conditions that are being checked, the conditions that you have created on the option bot builder, so those are checked on a 1 minute closing basis. Where you can see that, if I click on the edit button over here, let me just open any one of the bots. For example, this one. We'll go to edit strategy. So over here, as you can see that the backtesting is done on the 1 minute candle closing. So this is something which is different from the time frame that you have mentioned in your strategy. That is, let's say if I'm adding an indicator over here that says that for every 5 minutes, I'm checking out the condition from my side. So in that case, the bot will be taking the entry on every 5 minutes. We'll be checking the entries and the exits for every 5 minutes, right? So that's how, Naresh, you'll be able to check the condition for a particular time frame that you mentioned, but the conditions will be checked on the historical data for the 1 minute closing basis. That's only for the backtesting part, whereas in the live, you'll get the continuous execution and the reporting. So I hope it makes clear to you. Okay, so next question. Okay, so we have a new question from Mr. Prem Natarajan. So he asks that, can you help us configuring the re-entry on the same day in option segment for a simple strategy? So this is a pretty good question. In order to adjust positions while deploying an options algo, so usually people use the re-entry feature. So let us understand that first. Let's take this example. That is, if I'm shorting two legs, one is for the call side and another for the put side with appropriate target, profit and stop loss. So let us say if I want to re-enter into a position. So on our platform in the option bot builder, there are two types of re-entry that can be done. One, it is on the leg level basis. That is, for this particular individual leg, you can have the re-entry being selected. Or two, you can have the re-entry on the basis of the set level, like this. So let's say if you are going for the leg level re-entry, so over here, so these are the types of re-entry that you can use. So based on your understanding of the market conditions, based on your risk profile, you will be able to select what kind of re-entry would you like to do. So the basic re-entry is of the immediate type. That is, whenever my 4-point stop loss gets hit, I will enter immediately with whatever the market price is going on. And this can be done for the stop loss or on the target basis. That is, whenever my stop loss gets hit of 4 point, I'll be re-entering into a position, or whenever my target gets hit, I'll be re-entering into the position. Also, you can have both the ways, both the features selected for stop loss and target in order to make the re-entry. So let us take an example that for simpler basis, we are using the SL feature. And over here, so what does this number mean? It means apart from the main entry of shorting the call of 10 rupees premium, how many times would I like to re-enter? So this is the number of times I would like to re-enter on immediate basis. But that re-entry will be done only for the stop loss. So you can do the same for the put side as well, and you can save this. So that's how your re-entry can be done. So I hope this makes it clear to you, Mr. Natarajan. Okay, so next question we have, it's from Sanjay. So Sanjay asks that, are there any limitations on the number of strategies I can deploy simultaneously on SpeedBot? So this is a pretty good question. Let's say if you are deploying a range of strategies based on different market conditions, in that case, SpeedBot has the support for multiple deployments in a single SpeedBot account. How you can do that? Let's say if I want to deploy this particular bot, let me just add it over here. So this is one of the bots that I have deployed currently in my live portfolio. Same ways, let me just deploy another bot. There's maybe this one I'll deploy. Perfect. Now, when I go to the bot section in the live, I'm able to see these are the bots that are currently deployed. Likewise, you can deploy as many bots as you want for different market conditions. So this is something which is currently available on SpeedBot. Okay, so next up we have a question from Mr. Vijay. So Mr. Vijay asks that, can users set automated stop loss and target on the basis of underlying instrument on SpeedBot? So this is also a pretty good question. That is, whenever you want to have your stop loss and target on the basis of the indices movement. So in that case, such feature is available on SpeedBot. Let us understand that, how you can do it. Let me just go to the option bot builder. So over here, so let me just add one leg, for example, and in the target profit, let us just say that whenever there is a movement, upside movement in the underlying, in that case, let's say if there is a 50-point movement in the underlying Nifty spot, then I'll be hitting my target and exiting the position. Likewise, for the stop loss side, let's say instead of points, I would like to have it in percentage basis. Then you can have it over here as maybe 0.5%. So it means that whenever there is a downside of 0.5% in the index of Nifty spot, in that case, my call option that I had bought on ATM levels, so that will get exited. So this is something which is possible from our end. Okay, so next question, it's from Darshan. So Darshan asks that, I'm a beginner, I do not have a strategy. Do you provide any ready-made strategies? So Darshan, SpeedBot is a algo trading technology provider. So we do not sell or recommend any strategies. But let's say if you are just starting out in the world of algo trading, then what you can do is we have a template section wherein you'll get a variety of templates. Those are ready to use strategy logic that are already having the disclosed strategy conditions. So let's say if I'm bearish today, if I feel like I want to go bearish as per my understanding, So over here, I'm able to see a strategy template for the bearish call spread with the payoff I can refer to. And this is the open logic of the strategy template. And over here, based on my understanding, I can just build the bot over here. And likewise, I can tweak the parameters from my side and test it on the historical basis, and also make it live and paper traded. So that's how easy it is to use the strategy templates on SpeedBot. So you can use this if you're just starting out your algo trading journey. Okay, so next question we have, it's from Nikunj. So Nikunj asks that what type of algos can be created in SpeedBot, in the option bot builder specifically. Okay, to answer Nikunj's question, so over here, let me just open the option bot builder. Okay, so Nikunj, to answer your question, let's say if you are an intraday based trader, so you can create intraday based option strategies, and recently we have launched the futures strategies as well, for which you can add the futures leg, right? So you can have intraday based algos created. Apart from that, let's say if you are a positional based trader, so you can create positional algos as well over here. So the positional based algos can be created for the weekly and the monthly expiries. Apart from that, let's say if you want to enter into a trade today and exit it the very next day, so you can create algos in buy today, sell tomorrow setups, and sell today, buy tomorrow setups as well. Apart from that, let's say if you are into technical trading indicators, so you can have some indicator based options as well as future strategies as well. So over here, these are the range of indicators that you can use. In order to create multiple conditions, you can create n number of conditions over here. Also, if you are a range breakout trader, that is, you say that I would like to enter into a trade after a particular range is broken on the upside or on the downside, then in that case, you can have the range breakout algos created as well. So this can be done on the basis of the option contract breakouts or breakdowns, or on the basis of the underlying, as you can see. So being on the type of trader you are, based on your trading profile, you can have n number of algos created in the option bot builder itself. Apart from that, yeah, we do have the equity builder as well, wherein you can create algos for the cash segment. That too, you can create some sort of price action based as well as the indicator based algos over there. So I hope it makes you clear. Okay, so we have another question from Mr. Natarajan. So he asks that, do you have any broker suggestion to provide the best API support without need to log in? So to be honest, Mr. Natarajan, we do not recommend any sort of broker. So the things that we have the expertise is in the execution that we provide with whatever APIs we have linked with the available set of brokers that you might have seen on our platform. So we do not have any favorites when it comes to the execution via APIs in brokers. So I'm sorry, I won't be able to answer this question. I hope you understand.
Yeah, Ashutosh, am I audible if I can speak?
Yeah, please, Mr. Natarajan.
Yeah. So I have a couple of accounts, but the problem is I want to try it. So I mean, I just need, in my situations, I just need to don't want to log in daily. If you have anything, right? Maybe I'll contact you personally if you have an option. So if you can suggest me, I can do that. I mean, I know I understand you cannot be favorable to any broker, but I just need some suggestions. I didn't want to have an account with every broker just to try out this case. So that's my requirement.
Understood. Because the thing is, Mr. Natarajan, we do not favor any broker, to be honest. But in terms of execution, how we can make things easier for you, maybe we can figure something else out, right? So you can contact us personally. We have the support team as well, right? So with whom you can connect and discuss your issue in this regards, right?
Yeah.
So let me make a note of this from my end, and our team will connect with you in this regards. Right?
Sure. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so next question we have, it's from Mr. Wasim. So Mr. Wasim asks that is it possible to create positional based algos in stocks? Okay, so to answer your question, Mr. Wasim, over here, let me just go to the equity bot builder first. So over here, let us say that if we would like to have the positional based algo in equity. So over here, let me just select some of the symbols that I would like to choose. It could be any of the symbols. Let me just continue. So over here, let me just add a sample condition. Maybe 50. Yeah. So over here, let me just go with the default settings as it is, and need to add the holding type as NRML CNC. Continue. So over here, yeah, the exit time needs to be like this. And over here, once I click on the save button, that's how you can create your positional algos in equity. So I hope, Mr. Wasim, this is clear for you. All right, then let's have some set of questions. After that, we can wrap up this Q&A session for today. So we have a question from Mr. Subbaswamy. So Mr. Subbaswamy asks this question that how do we select the option contracts in the option bot builder based on the premium or the price? So to answer your question, Mr. Subbaswamy, so over here, let me just add one of the legs. And let's say that if we are shorting put maybe. So in that case, I want to have the premiums on the basis of, I want to have the contract selection over here instead of the ATM. I want to select it on the basis of the premiums. So I'll select this particular contract type, that is price. And over here, let's say if I want to short a put that has the closest premium at somewhere around 150, that is the current market price of it is trading around 150, then the bot will automatically select this particular price and execute it at that very moment, the moment it gets the price at 150. So that's how you can select the option contracts on the basis of the premium. Okay, so let's take one last question for today's session and then we'll call it a wrap. Okay, so Mr. Keyur has this question that is it possible to have a lock and trail feature on SpeedBot? So this is a feature request that Mr. Keyur has asked. Yeah, so this is something that the team is working on, and maybe by end of next week, maybe next Friday when we join again for the Q&A session, by that time we'll be having this particular feature live. So this is something that will be pretty useful for traders who are using our platform. So the lock and trail feature will be live by that time, by next Q&A session as we connect. Right. All right then. I think we've answered quite a number of questions today's session. So first of all, I'm pretty grateful for people who have joined in today's session and asked their questions. So I hope we were able to answer each and every one of them, the ones that have joined in. And thank you so much, guys, for today's session. And let's connect next week this time. Till then, thank you for joining in, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much.